they changed this. Oh, they changed this. There we go. Alright. That's my voice. That's music. That's you guys. Okay, so I should have audio from everything. Good! Good. So, it's been a couple of weeks. We, keep having little hiccups in our schedule. Those happen. Family emergencies and the like. We always make time for our players for those. We would rather everybody have, all their, health and family and happiness in order. And then we get the game going. So, we're back after a week off for episode 19 of this dungeon. Let me see here. The last time, the players were progressing through yet another pathway into the Lich's illusion tunnel, and they found themselves in a room with a treasure chest. The treasure chest contained a carved wooden jouster, and then after that they entered a room with a statue that Laramendus recognized as the father of the historical person, the wife of the last champion of Cord, Minuet Kuvara. So it was a statue of Minuet Kuvara's father. And as soon as they entered that room, the door slammed and locked behind them, at which point Cyrus immediately turned to try to open it, and the door promptly tried to eat him, revealing itself to be, in fact, a mimic.
Stupid doors. Never trust them.
I think when mimics exist in a world, never trust any object. Now then, I think that's sort of the gist of it, trying to figure out what I did there. There's my window. Alright, so we're there. Right. So, getting right into it. The party has just defeated the Mimic Door, and the room is once again quiet as the grave. Another door lay behind the Mimic after it fell, looking identical to the Mimic. This door is also closed. Again, in this room, the gray area on the right represents the statue of Lord Kuvara. The gray kitty-cornered dots here represent a stone sword, larger than life, appearing to be made of the same, made by the same person who carved the statue. Like, they seem to be in the same style and the same stone, almost like they're part of the same statue. As I had described, he is standing larger than life, somewhere between 10 and 15 feet tall, and he has a hand on the hilt of his, or a hand on the top of the scabbard for the sword. He has a hand stretched before him, gripping as though he could be holding the sword. And then there is a sword on the ground. So, otherwise the room is plain stone and unadorned. It is lit by torches. Excuse me. It's lit by torches in the corners. That's it.
I'd like to start running small circles in the middle of the room, so I'm hopefully not next to any more mimics.
Mm-hmm.
Unless, of course, there's a mimic in the floor, which wouldn't surprise me.
I was gonna say, out of curiosity, exactly which squares are you stepping on? No reason.
So, that's where we're starting. That's the quick recap of the last session. You may begin questioning your surroundings.
Someone else is in charge of opening the door. I quit.
I elect Yuki Kase to tell me what he wants to do.
Is the door locked, Vendar?
I'll check to see if the door is locked.
Alright.
Good luck.
I go to investigate the sword.
Are you just pushing
so I
me
know
out of the
from
way?
door.
I prepared to Eldritch Blast the door in case it turns into enemy.
Are you going to stand in his way, Yukikaze?
No, I'm just gonna give him a look like, really? Just gonna push me out of the way, and then step back.
Okay. Yeah, roll your, investigation there, Vendar.
While they're doing that, can Raiken go over to the sword and attempt to lift it?
You may.
You want to be king of England?
Yeah, what was
Put
your...
the sword into the hand.
What was your investigation there, Vendar?
I got a 20. A 20.
Okay. The door is locked. What was your, why don't you roll athletics there, Raiken?
Okay. Give me 1 second. I have to load up my D&D Beyond on my phone.
Okay.
Let's see. I'll just do the roll and I'll add what. You said the door is locked?
Yes, the
Ah,
door
fuck
is...
me.
The door is currently locked. Just as you had heard it lock earlier. What'd you get there, Raiken?
Over it. Hold on, I gotta. I'm gonna use my inspiration and roll again.
Okay.
That's a bet.
Alright, so you said you wanted to try to use your lockpicks on it? Vendar?
That's a little better. Yes, I would like to use my lockpicks on it.
Okay. You wave the lockpicks in front of it, and you hear a click.
Okay, I push the door open.
The door's open.
I got a 12 on my athletics.
You got a 12. You grab this stone sword by the hilt, by the handle, and begin to lift it. You lift with your knees, and you find that you can raise the hilt up off the ground, but because of the length of the thing, you can't get the entire sword off the ground. It's too long and heavy. It's got too much mass and girth.
Okay, Raiken is going to ask for help lifting the sword. Are you gonna try to put it back in his hand? Yeah.
I would like to go over to the statue and investigate the hand, looking for some kind of mechanism that might trip.
Sure.
Should the sword be placed there.
Alright. Roll your investigation. Is anybody taking up this call to action from Raiken?
I mean, I'll say, I can applaud you if you want, but that's about all the help I can give you with that.
Yukikaze, I'll help, but I imagine Yukikaze is the one you're looking for.
My passive investigation is a 15.
15. As I said, the outstretched hand does seem to have the fingers curled such that they could hold the weapon. You don't see any mechanical trigger or anything like that. It looks mechanically safe.
Okay.
Raiken, you're not lifting with your legs. Don't lift with your back.
He said I was lifting with my legs.
He was smart enough to lift with his legs.
Doesn't mean I still can't say that.
I mean, sure.
Apparently, Yukikaze doesn't know how to lift things because he doesn't notice that Raiken is lifting correctly.
No, I know this, but I'm still
Which
gonna.
now Raiken believes Yukikaze doesn't know what he's talking about at all when it comes to strength anymore.
Oh yeah.
Alright, this is all in character, guys. Come on.
Oh no! Are you saying that out loud?
Cool.
No, this is what Raiken thinks.
Well, I can't see your thoughts.
Yet.
Keep the chatter in character, please.
I'll give out a sigh, and I guess I'll walk over there and help numbnuts out.
Okay.
Do you actually go and say numbnuts? Because then
No.
Raiken has a problem.
No. Here, I'm gonna say, like I said, I get it here, and then I'll mosey on over.
Fight.
Just.
Alright, both of you roll another athletics check.
Oh crap! I'm gonna suck again. God damn it! I sucked again. Why couldn't you let me have my freaking original roll?
Well, you called it.
I got a 6.
Okay. What'd you get, Yukikaze?
I rolled 26.
So all the lifting comes from one side of this blade. You're still pretty sure it's you, Raiken. You're doing all the work.
Obviously.
Obviously.
Only my plotting could actually.
You definitely seem to be working a lot harder than Yukikaze. He's not helping you at all. He's barely trying. But the sword is now off the ground. What would you like to do with it? Oh, before I ask you that, you. Yes, there is not a mechanical trigger in the hand, but you do notice upon your investigating the statue that there are several places about the statue that seem to be able to accept part of the sword. One being the hand, another being its scabbard. There is also, oddly, a slot in the chest of the thing, statue, as well as in the side and in the groin.
Stem real good.
In the
I'm
groin?
going to point this
Except for
out
right in the
to
dick.
So, yes. As you both approach with the blade, Laramandus points out to you that he has found other strange holes in the statue that he believes could accept the sword.
Well, do we know whether she was happy with her father or not? I'm asking the group this. I'm saying it out loud.
Yeah, I'm looking at Laramandus.
Well,
I don't
he
think we know
verbalized. Oh yeah, he verbalized all that, right, Justin?
He verbalized that there were other holes in the statue.
And
Yeah,
I
so-
pointed them out.
And he
You're aware
pointed
of
them
where
out. He also indicated where they are. The outstretched hand, the scabbard, the chest, the side, and the groin.
I giggle at the groin.
What do you guys think? Do you think the lich was, yeah, she was happy with her father or not? Because she's not happy with him, probably through the chest. Is my guess.
I'm curious how
He's
you died.
really not happy with him. I just point at the groin.
What were you saying, Laramandus?
I said I'm curious how he died.
Are you asking Ash? Or
No, I was repeating for.
I know, but I'm wondering if you're directing your query at Ash.
I suppose I can turn to Ash.
Just
and
because he
ask
mostly
if
doesn't
he
respond
remembered.
unless he's directly addressed.
So yeah, I'll ask Ash if he has any knowledge about how Lord. I had said Master before, but
It's
I don't remember if I actually knew what his title would be.
yeah. I mean, they call him the master of the house, but he would be Lord Kubara.
Okay, Lord Kavara died.
As per usual, Ash will do his thinking, say all of the information that we had, that Zathala and I were able to gather on this time period pertained to this place and the Champion of Cord. I do not have the information you seek. I'm sorry.
Understandable. The outstretched hand is the obvious location. Because it is outstretched in such a way that, like, he is clearly holding, like, he very clearly would be holding the sword.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Alright, well, what's everyone's votes then?
My vote is the scabbard.
Cyrus?
Scabbard or hand?
Oh my god. Leah?
I'm thinking hand.
Raiken?
I'm going to go with hand, and if it doesn't work, then scabbard.
Jebel?
Scabbard.
Oh, we got 3 for scabbard, so I guess we'll go there, and if we get nothing, we'll go to the hand.
Didn't we get more for the hand?
For hand, yeah.
No, we got 2. I thought Derek said.
No.
Or-
got
You
more
got
than
you got
three
like
for
5
hand.
votes for the hand, and like 3
Yeah.
votes for the scabbard.
Yeah, I never guessed. You never asked me. I would have
It
said
was like
hand.
2.5
Oh,
hand,
yeah.
5.5.
Sorry, I forgot.
You did forget Vendar, who I might remind you is standing in front of an open doorway.
What does it open into? How does it look?
Is there anything through the doorway that might make me not want to stand in front of the open doorway?
What you see
illusion?
beyond what you see beyond is a dark stone passage. It
Alright.
looks to be carved the same way as this room.
I'm sick of holding this thing, so I'm
I
gonna
mean,
move to putting
Well,
it in the hand.
hold on a second. In case the room is like booby trapped here, do we want at least one person outside the room? So in case we pick the wrong spot and we all died, one person's still alive.
Just go ahead and take a step out of the room.
Really?
I am going to stand away from the statue.
And me too, I'm going to stand by the door.
Yeah, Jebel's going to move towards the door as well.
I'm gonna move towards the door, but obviously not stand anywhere, since I don't know how to do that anymore.
Ash pulses for a moment. You notice his light flickers around the room, overpowering the torches momentarily. He says, "I have a question, Scholar.
Yes.
What is the purpose of restoring the statue?"
Then I like,
To see if it unlocks a passageway.
Was not the door to this room, Raiken, locked when you came in?
it was probably that.
It seems reasonable that
Good, because I have magic lockpicks.
But if only one position is going to unlock the door, the location that the sword is placed might open it to a different place.
I had not considered that, Scholar. He returns to being silent. So, who's standing outside the door?
Go step outside the door.
You're gonna step outside the door?
I'm inside the room.
Okay. Roll your Constitution saving throw.
17.
17.
17 con.
Alright, so the world twists and turns around you, and you feel again like you're being teleported to another location, and then you are deposited. And you find yourself back in the stained glass windowed room with the chest open in the middle of it.
Right.
Looking back through the door you just entered, you see what looks to be a long chapel filled with pews with golden light cascading through it from windows high above. You do not see your friends.
I'll wait a few seconds, see what happens.
Okay.
See if they come back through or anything.
Okay. So, the people in here, what arrangement are you going to take? The outstretched hand is over here, so Yukikaze and Raiken will need to maneuver over there if that's where they're going to place the sword.
Yep, it's getting heavy. I want to put it down.
You're going to put it down in the hand or on the ground?
In the hand.
Okay, okay. You're good with that too, Raiken?
Yep.
Okay. You schlep the sword across the floor and raise it up together and place it hilt first into the outstretched hand and allow gravity to take over. And you hear the grinding of the stone as
It turns into a mimic.
as it falls into the hand. And for a moment, the room is just quietly echoing that grind. Gesundheit.
Thank you.
Boop, 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 boop. Ba, ba, da, ba, ba. Ba, 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 ba.
He's calculating our doom.
What?
Said you're calculating our doom.
I mean, sort of.
I also don't see if you have changed the placement of the tokens.
Oh, I'm also stepping back a little bit.
Oh God, why?
Stepping back.
What is that?
I mean, it's your doom.
Dad, can I keep it?
I'm gonna be right back.
Is that
Three
like
words.
Is that the cutest beholder of all time?
4 words.
Is that the cutest beholder of all time?
I'm pretty sure that was
Well, we
posted
chose
by
wrong.
Luna a while ago.
Sam.
Yep.
They put the sword in the hand, and then 4 of these things appeared.
These things. Yes!
Hold on,
Not
that's a,
the
a
reaction
really
I was
good
expecting.
guess or a bad guess?
Sam loves these creatures, and I've been wanting
Fucking awesome!
Are they flumps? They must be flumps.
Yeah. Plump, plump.
This is the only thing Sam goes nuts for, if I recall.
It's not the
Well,
only
let us know.
thing. It's just really high up there.
He's got you pegged.
As I recall, that's why I kept trying to convince me to be a wild magic sorcerer instead of a draconic one. Because then I could summon D4 flumps. By accident.
By
Fireballing the party.
accident. Way to go. Try not to do that. Boop. Now we got a stat block. So yes, these small little creatures. Yes, they are in fact small. Appear around you. 4 of them, each drifting seemingly aimlessly in place, appearing out of nowhere. Their little stalk eyes kind of taking in the room and looking over all of you.
Remember to position us right, because I believe 3 of us mentioned going to the door before the sword was put in place.
Please tell me exactly what space you occupied.
Set 10 for me.
Okay.
Oh no, sorry, 11. It's hard to tell because of all the init order and all that being in the way. Yeah, that is right. And I believe also Larry Mendes and
I
Cyrus.
just said that I was away from the statue, which
Jello
yeah,
is
right.
at the door.
that spot is good enough.
Yeah. Jebel went by the door.
Would that be 9? Z9?
There. Cyrus was running paces in the middle.
Because it was the safest thing I could think of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Lost the bard, I think.
What?
The music bots disappeared.
Yes, because I'm changing it.
That's so sad. Fred vote.
What?
Play Despacito.
Play Despacito?
I said that's so sad that we lost the bard. Fred vote. Play Despacito.
Yeah, Fred both. I called it bard because that's what I named him in my channel. So I forgot that was in my channel.
What's happened? An error occurred. What? Okay.
Ah!
What?
The music.
Music for some plumps.
Oh, this is a new take on that song. Okay. Yes. So, as they seem to get their bearings, telepathy.
Oh.
You just hear in your minds these giggling voices that say, "You touched the button. You did it wrong."
God.
Roll initiative.
Come on, Blue Sandstone. Don't fuck with me this time.
12.
God damn it, you fucked with me, Blue Sandstone. You're God. Fuck you.
Yes, this is a R-rated stream, by the way.
This is what happens when I haven't used it in a while, so it gets pissed off.
What exactly is R rating?
Restricted. Alright, so Leah, what'd you get?
10.
10. Cyrus, what'd you get?
20.
20. Jebel, what'd you get?
12.
12. Yukikaze, what'd you get?
My favorite number.
26.
7.
7.
7.
7. Vendar, what'd you get?
15. With 15.
15. Laramendus, what'd you get?
Also 15.
15. Are you at a +4 to Dex?
3.
Okay. Are you at a +4 to Dex there, Vendar?
I am at a +4, yes.
Okay, then you're gonna go before him. And finally, Raiken, what'd you get?
Non-natural 1. So just a 1. It's not natural,
Oh,
but
yeah, no, I got you. This is beautiful. Oh, man. I love this game.
I haven't rolled anything above a 10 yet.
Don't worry, there's plenty more rolls to still be below 10.
Well, my D20 Blue Sandstone's not getting rolled anymore unless my other one decides
just
to
gonna
screw
upset
me
it
and I have
more.
to go back to it. No, it gets a timeout.
Can we get a timeout?
When I was a kid, my dad's friend, whenever his dice misbehaved, he would literally smash them with a hammer as a lesson to the other dice.
Oh,
I
gosh.
am not going to do that.
I'm sorry, boys.
With
your
how much I
friend here
paid
just
for
didn't cut
these,
it.
I am not going to get fucking smashed.
You have to buy a really cheap die and bring it out and be like, so.
I mean, they had literal buckets full of them, so.
Yeah. I try to be good to my dice. Alright, then. The initiative order is up. Don't think this is gonna go well. So, Cyrus.
Well, fireball's out.
What do I know?
Since I have
You
no
could drop
colors.
fireball right in the middle of the room on top of yourself. It's perfectly shaped for this room.
Uh,
Now, are we still telepathic? Can we still hear each other's thoughts, or are we not like that? Are we not linked anymore?
It had
thought
been
we
a
were
while. Had I
late.
declared that it ended, or did you?
I thought we
It has
recast it.
ended once.
It did
and
end
we
once.
recast it after that. I don't know that it's actually been all that long since then.
I don't think
It's
it
been a
has.
long
We've
time in
tracked
the room with
last
that
couple
treasure
runs.
chest.
My question is, does Vendor know about the flumps? Because he's not in the room.
Not unless anybody
I
has
don't remember you
telepathed
saying
it.
Yeah, nobody in the party, unfortunately, has said anything. I don't. Well, I think somebody said, "What are those things?"
I mean, Raiken, I did say, looks like we chose wrong. I don't know if Vendar would get anything from that.
Yeah, but it's accurate. You all right there, Vendar? Okay.
I would say something, but it's not my turn.
Yeah. No, it's fine.
Can I roll something to try and identify these things?
Yeah. Let's go with Arcana.
Well, I got a 6.
Okay.
So I rolled a 2.
It looks like flying spaghetti. It doesn't seem like a natural creature. Perhaps it's a magic construct. It doesn't match anything you've heard of before.
Then I'm gonna tell Vendar that something in here needs shooting. I think.
It's on.
Now it is.
Okay. I didn't know that when it was off.
I just left. You want me to go back?
And do I want to do that? Yeah, I think I do. I'm gonna cast Greater Invisibility on myself.
Okay.
And actually, I'm gonna cast it as a bonus action, and then roll Stealth. 'Cause I don't want to get hit by these things. I have tiny hit points after the knowledge I received from the door. I rolled better for Stealth. I got a 21. Hopefully they don't have blind sight.
Okay. Very well. Vendar, it is your turn. You asked your question but didn't receive an answer.
I didn't hear a question.
So
You want me to go
come
back?
in?
Yeah, after I just left.
Yes.
Where's it
I'll
going?
reluctantly.
You're going to hear a high-pitched voice in your head, Vendar, that says, "You didn't get it wrong. You should stay out there."
What the fuck was that?
You don't need to come in here.
What are you? Why are you talking? What?
We are Flumph.
What is flump?
Death.
I think I'll stay out here for now.
Good choice.
Oh my god.
It can hear me and I don't like
Traitor.
it.
Alright, Lara's turn.
Can I roll Arcana?
You may.
Cat, you're in the way. That is a 27?
Okay.
Yeah, 27.
So, you recognize the word Flumph. It was a name that was given to this creature by some magical researchers at the university some decades ago. They were an anomaly at the time. No other creature like them had been seen before, and their own heritage couldn't be explained. They possessed magic of a kind, but they didn't appear to match any known plant or animal on this world. Only a few were seen. More had been generated by certain magical persons thereafter, but they are few, far between, and relatively harmless. Relatively meaning, by comparison to you, they're not that powerful, but they can still kill mortals.
Okay.
They appear to have telepathic powers which extend to the ability to hear other people's telepathy, not directed at them. This
Okay.
is a very potent ability of theirs. But otherwise, they are small, weak, mushroom-like creatures.
What's the right answer?
That's the game!
I'm going to...
What do you get for the right answer?
Freedom!
Is the door still open?
Yep.
I'm tempted just to walk through.
In hindsight, I should have just left.
Well, you know what they say about hindsight. It's like rolling a 20.
Thank you, Captain Hindsight. So Ash was right. Again.
Well, yeah, I mean, as soon as Ash asked the question, I was like, I mean, this might not be the best idea, but we're going to do it anyway. I'm going to move...
Scholars always need to find things out the hard way. I have learned to accept this.
But you as a player is likely happy that we didn't listen to him, right? Since you load these things.
Man, I don't care.
I wonder.
I'm just looking for fun. If we didn't do
like
this fight, we'd have done something else fun.
They look like the flying spaghetti monster.
It does look like a flying spaghetti
I
monster.
think that's part of the point. I'm going to move towards the door. I'm going to be one south of Leah.
You're going to move towards the door. You're going one south of Leah. There. Are you going to attack these things?
No.
Okay.
They seem intelligent and they have not yet attacked. They said it's a game for freedom and the door's open. So I'm ready just to go through the door, but I want Leah to go first.
Okay. I believe if that is the end of your turn, that makes it Jibbal's turn.
Oh, I don't know what to do.
Well, these are horrifying creatures that seem to want you to play a game for your freedom. And you can tell by the way they've responded, since you can all hear them telepathing, that they can hear your telepathy.
But do they understand Draconic? Okay, just speak that instead.
Half of us don't speak Draconic.
But half of us do.
We understand Draconic.
Oh, really? I
Fascinating.
say something out loud in Draconic.
Fascinating.
Wait, it's not your turn. Wait, what's going on?
Yeah, what are you doing, Jebel?
How am I doing? Let me see. I'm going to ask telepathically. Wait, what? What's the game?
The game is for freedom. You must place the sword.
It's kind of heavy. And I kind of like.
You
gesture
chose
towards
wrong.
myself.
Now you must fight.
Who?
Us.
I'm providing cover for Leah, aren't I, from the one south?
Okay, I'm going to dodge.
Okay. Are you going to move anywhere?
No, I'm going to stay around.
Okay. Leah!
Well, they told us to fight, so I'm gonna fight.
Okay.
I'm gonna Eldritch Blast the one on AF-14.
Gotcha.
Because I had the straightest line to that one.
Okay. Sounds good. Roll it.
That's 16.
Alright. That's a hit.
Oh, yay. Okay. That's 1 force damage.
Okay. Takes 1 point of
Usually
force
goes.
damage.
Second blast. Crit hit.
You crit?
Yeah.
Yay!
Let's do more than 1 damage.
So that's I'm an idiot. 16.
Nice!
Yeah.
You finally did more on a crit than you could have done with a single die.
Yeah, I think that's a first.
Okay. Just flump dies.
Yay!
You just hear, yay!
Oh
Woo!
Is there like confetti and just like
I mean, it's like arcane magical confetti, but effectively, there's little sparkles that rain out of the air.
No, grunt
Oh,
birthday
dear.
party.
Like the Halo skull.
Yeah,
That is
like
what I
Grunt.
mean.
It is the Halo Skull Grunt birthday party.
Nice.
Okay.
Well, that's all I can do. So
Okay.
it's done.
And after Leah, are you moving at all?
No.
Okay. Yukikaze.
Well, since we're fighting, I guess I might as well just get my butt in there. So I'll attack the one next to Raiken.
Okay. You're gonna move over here.
I need a D8. Alright. So I'm gonna full attack it with Bleeder.
Okay.
Draw the bloody thing.
All right. The sword has been. You can see on the floor around you there are droplets of blood, and there is a stream of blood flowing down the sheath at your waist. And as you draw it out, a red film runs to the end of the blade as you raise it up, and then runs back down toward the finger guard.
Alright, so my first swing on it is a 17.
A 17 will hit.
Oh wait, no, sorry, 27.
That'll also hit.
8, 6 is 14 magical slashing.
Okay, it dies. Yay!
Oh, Well, that was easy.
And there's a little magical sparkle storm around you. You have 2 more attacks you can make.
On what?
Well, you can move.
Can I count the one I already rolled?
Yes?
I rolled twice. I rolled both of them at the same time.
Okay. I mean, so you moved 5, so 10, 15, 20 feet will get you here. You can make your second attack.
Actually, it doesn't matter. It's probably just gonna pop instantly. I rolled natural 20 on that one.
You crit. Okay. You can roll your damage. They have more than 1 HP.
As we found out.
It's just not a lot more than 1.
That's a 17, so or 7, so that's like plus 6 is 13. And if it's crit, it's double, right?
Well, you roll 2 more die, or you roll another die.
Oh, doesn't it also like explode and blind him or something?
Oh yeah, you crit also. So as you swing the blade, you're going to notice that sheen of red blood on it gathers up and splashes off across the thing, smearing over its eyes, completely coating the upper half of the creature in red sanguine before it combusts into a cloud of magical sparkles.
What am I rolling again?
You roll another damage die. It's when you crit, you deal an extra damage die.
Okay. So that was 20 damage.
Okay. Altogether. Yeah, you murderize this little punk.
Murderized it.
You have 1 attack left, but you've already moved 20 feet, so I think that only gives you 10 more, allowing you to move there.
Oh, if I was 1 more, I could do my lunge attack.
Throw your blade.
I'm gonna throw my blade.
It's just key.
Well, no, that doesn't count movement. That's just action. Alright, that's it for me.
Okay.
I was thinking action surge, but that's only action, not movement.
Alright, well, that was still a good...
you can't actually take that extra action to dash.
He's only got a bonus action left.
Well, I'm saying if he used action surge, he could dash and then use his last attack, but it's a...
Nah, we'll just leave it at that. I popped 2 of them.
He popped 2 of them, which was pretty good, which means it's the bad guy's turn. Let's see, how does this work? Huh, interesting. A 15-foot cone, you say?
Oh no.
Hey, look at that.
No.
So, everybody in the highlighted area, which is Leah, Lair, and Yukikaze, must make a dexterity saving throw.
And you don't have my bonus.
That's bad.
What'd you get, Lair?
Yeah, 6.
6! Alright.
Will probably fail.
Leah, what'd you get?
What sort of save did you say it was?
A dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity, right. 19.
A 19. Okay, what'd you get, Yukikaze?
15.
15. Okay. So, both of you, like, duck as it squeezes its eye stalks closed and emits a jet of foul-smelling fluid from its mouth, which hits Lair squarely in the chest, coating him down.
So I'm like using him as a human shield.
You are.
Elf shield.
Let's see. There, you are coded, so you are considered poisoned as long as the stench lasts, and other creatures are poisoned while they're within 5 feet of you, which means Leah is also poisoned while she's next to you. He is
But she's
exuding
not.
the foulest smell you have ever smelled. It's like 100-year-old feces, then defecated and vomited on itself. It's bad.
Isn't Leah immune to poison?
Yeah.
Very good. It still smells awful.
It just doesn't actually have an effect on you.
I think that she is immune to the poisoned condition, so that would be correct.
It just smells really bad for her.
Yep, it's just real unpleasant.
It describes how you remove the stench, and it does not say that it can be done magically.
Do I need to find a tomato?
Tomato juice.
I am immune to both the condition and the damage.
It says that you have to use a short rest to bathe in water, alcohol, or vinegar. Specifically.
Fair
So
enough.
prestidigitation won't work. Sorry.
I mean, it makes it sound like that won't... Like, I feel like that would be listed, since it's a level 1 cantrip, and it's not listed. And something else that they are capable of doing requires lesser restoration, so I think they're supposed to be better than weak. Alright, it's then going to drift. How far can it drift? 30 feet. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Over here. It's going to chant in your heads, "You're good at this game!" That's it for its turn, so next...
Never heard an enemy praise me.
Raiken is next.
Raiken will step towards the beast and attack it.
Okay. Roll an attack.
Huh. Ah, crit.
The blue sandstone was just waiting for you to get done with it.
Yep.
Alright.
It's, I'm using my other dice and it's doing just fine already to start.
So you raise your
We
axe.
needed all the crits in the slump fight.
You raise your axe over your head, grabbing the hilt with your shield arm as well, and bring it down mightily upon the floating, obnoxious, tenderly creature, splitting it in two, I'm guessing. What's your damage?
I almost max damaged. I ended up getting 19.
Okay, yeah. Splitting it in two, at which point it goes... explodes. Congratulations. You win.
By the way, doesn't what does Laramedis smoke gas do again?
Causes people around him, 5 feet around him, to be poisoned.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the armor.
His cloak of smoke.
Oh, it makes it so that attacks against him have disadvantage.
Right, yeah, so it's direct attacks, not
Right,
dexterity.
so that was a saving throw that he failed.
Yeah, just had to make sure that you remember that if it was dexterity to save. But that's why I had to refresh my memory. It wasn't
Yay!
dex save or attack. It was attacks. Yeah.
I'm
But yeah,
going
we
to attempt
defeated
to
the flying spaghetti
prestidigitate
monsters.
myself.
Okay, you may attempt to prestidigitate yourself.
So everyone hears me mutter words and then say, "Oh God, it's not working."
That's funny.
Well, I'm heading out of here.
What's not working?
I go through the door.
You are face to face with Vendar as you teleport. Make your Constitution saving throw.
He may have to dodge. I got a 10.
You're all right. It's
Okay.
it's a near thing. You feel like it's bubbling up your throat, but you manage to keep it down.
Because I was the one who left a green mark. in the room left. So.
Oh wait, I had disadvantage on that roll.
Well, yeah. Do I?
No, on
Right,
my
it was
dexterity roll.
it was a dex save.
Because that was the first dex save after I failed enough of the.
No, but Leah might have had would have had at disadvantage too if she threw up from passing through the portal, because that's the.
Oh, did she also? I don't know.
It
I know
says-
that I did.
If this vomit is hers, which she says it is, that means she failed and would have had
Oh, no,
disadvantage.
then maybe I remember wrong. Maybe this is Laramanda's.
I didn't vomit here. I vomited way back.
Oh, okay.
I just
yeah,
haven't
no,
had a
that
dex
one was
save
me.
since then.
It sticks with you. That negative, that disadvantage
then
until it gets used up.
I would have that too. Let's
Okay,
see.
so just roll another die.
Okay. Well, it was higher than the other one.
Okay, then you're still fine. You managed to avoid it. There, rather, Laramendus managed to act as a shield for you.
Oh yeah. Whoever's still in the room, or I guess telepathy range, use ouch damned spot. Oh god.
What?
Out, damned spot. Anyway, so, is anybody going to remain in this room and try and solve the sword puzzle?
Nope.
Raiken
I'm
wants to.
Raiken wants to.
Nope, I'm leaving. Because I still have visibility and I don't want to waste it.
If they were
So-
telling the truth, then the point of the game was for freedom. Freedom is the open door, and oh.
So why do the work when you get the reward for free?
We already circumvented the game and then we played it anyway.
Because we're good like that.
So smart. We're the best adventurers.
We didn't know there was a game until after you had opened the door.
Oh, damn it. I confused myself because I saw a message in which I was tagged in the chat stream asking a question. I'm like, wait, how am I supposed to answer this question? Then I realized, oh wait, no, this is up the chat stream where the initiative order is. This is months ago.
Good job.
Ooh, it's almost a year ago.
I'm gonna just go through the door.
Okay, you go through the door. Roll your con.
That's not good.
What'd you get?
8.
Vendar, roll dex.
Which I believe I'm at a negative for. Because I haven't had since, so.
Hey, well, this is the greatest place to lose that, debuff.
Wait, hold on. what's poisoned mean?
Disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls.
Which saving throws are not, right?
Right.
Okay.
It's a good thing I already had disadvantage.
Yeah, right?
Oh.
Good thing. So what'd you get?
Okay, I rolled an 18 and a 19, so that's what,
Alright, you manage to jump backwards just as you see Laramendus come out of the, come out the door and looking entirely nauseous and go,
The smoke tower just seems to, like, wave a bit in a uncomfortable way, and you're like, oh no.
Takes on like such a
to see what's gonna happen here.
I'm gonna hold my mouth and walk as quickly as I can away from Laramandus.
I imagine as you first emerge from those doorways, the smoke hasn't fully reformed
Okay.
around you.
Fair enough.
Just for fun.
I don't know, I like describing everything as, like, somebody gets a feeling from the smoke tower.
You feel
Because it's like, how are you interpreting this body language?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so I'm bailing. I'm going to keep Vendar between me and Laramandus at all time.
I'm going to sit down for...
So
I'm going
Raiken's...
to pass through the door as well.
So
God, he's
Raiken's...
so awful! Gonna go ahead and back away from Laramendus.
Raiken's going to try and pull the sword out of the statue, I suppose. It's very difficult alone. Is anyone gonna help him?
Nope, because I'm already leaving.
I'm gonna join the others.
My con save?
Con save.
18.
18. Very good.
Mine was
Cyrus con
26.
save. 26. Okay. And Yukikaze con save.
Okay. 18.
18. Okay, you're fine as well. Raiken, you're alone in the room all of a sudden.
Raiken's still pulling at the sword.
Okay, make a athletics check.
Good luck, friend.
Oh.
12 again.
It begins to grind up and out of the hand just a little bit, like enough that like now it's kind of sagging at a weird angle. It's not fully seated in the hand, but you just can't seem to muster the strength to get it out.
Does it have a hilt?
Yes.
Raiken's going to hook his battle axe around the hilt and try to pull it out.
Okay, you may
As
roll.
leverage.
You may roll your strength, your athletics check again.
God damn it, dice! Back to the fucking sandstone! I didn't make it. I got a freaking 7.
You hook your axe around the cross guard on the sword and begin pulling. You try pulling it a couple different angles, and you're straining it, and finally you kind of feel like it's moving, and then it slides all the way back into the hand and fully seats.
At which point, 4 more flumes appear.
At which point, 5 more flumps appear.
He's not kidding. So, good luck with that. Have fun.
Wait, which Raiken?
Did we actually see this? Or
No.
are we just gonna be like,
You all left.
Raiken, let's go. I'm gonna say that telepathy.
Endo's already moving towards the next door. Let's get out of here.
I'm heading back out towards the hallway. I don't want to waste my invisibility.
I'm leaning up against a wall.
I just don't want to get away from there.
I'm just like,
'cause
I think the smell is gone. I think, oh, no, there it is. I moved. That was the problem.
What do you do, Raiken?
Guess Raiken's just gonna leave.
Why is that so far over there? Should probably actually roll initiative before you can leave.
They could go first.
They could go first.
A 4.
They got a 20. So you just hear the chanting childlike voices in your mind saying, "Play the game for your freedom."
Wait, did we all hear this then?
No, no, just him.
Oh, okay.
Oh my goodness. So, one's gonna move here, and you're gonna have to make a dex saving throw. Alright, you nimbly dodge as it spits this nasty smelling goop at you that shoots past and lands in a puddle on the floor. The next one runs up and extends one of its noodly appendages at you. And gets a 20 to hit.
Miss.
Miss. 5, 10, 15. This one is also going to attack. It gets a crit. So it hits and deals 10 non-magical piercing damage, plus 1 point of acid damage. Okay, cool. And you know that this noodly appendage has left some sort of acid on or in you. You can feel a continuous burn, which means that at the end of each of your subsequent turns, you're going to need to roll a save against it. So this one spat, this one missed, this one hit. 5, 10, 15, 20. That one got a 9, so that's going to miss. 5, 10, 15. And that one got a 12, so that'll miss. And now it is your turn.
Alright, well then I guess I have to roll for the save.
At the end of your turn. You don't have to roll it yet.
Alright. I'll just attack the one above me first.
Okay.
And I got a 23.
You hit.
$12 non-magical silver slashing.
It dies.
I'll attack the one to the left of me.
Okay. Roll it.
And I got a 16.
That'll hit.
Uh, 10 non-magical silver slashing.
Okay. You slash at it with your axe, and you take off several of its tendrils, but it's still floating, looking pained.
Okay.
You can move, if you want.
Nope.
Well, then I better bring back the battle music. Boop, 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 boop.
So has Raiken said anything?
Nope. Okay.
Alright, as expected.
Then it is their turn. The one who spat is going to move about to here and attack. He got a 11, so that's not going to hit. That one got a 14, so that's not going to hit. That one got a 10, that's not going to hit. And the last one got a 22.
That'll hit.
Okay. So that is 9 non-magical piercing damage. And 1 point of acid damage. Did that play? That sounded like it didn't play.
I'm not hearing anything.
I'm not hearing anything.
Hold on. I was supposed to be at the end of my turn. I was supposed to make a save. Too.
Yes, please make a save.
Was it con save?
Yes.
I got a 19.
Alright, you save. Nothing seems to happen. You could still feel the tingle of the acid in the wound.
And then actually this is for that last hit, and then I still have to do the hit before I forgot my shield.
I mean... Okay, yeah.
1 point. And 5. And then 4 points for this recent hit.
1 point and 4 points, you said?
Yeah, 1 point for the first hit of that first round, and then 4 for this.
Okay. I think that actually means that guy's dead. Blech. That's not how you spell that. Alright. So you made your save. They missed.
Except for one that hit.
Right. And that was it. Okay, now it's your turn again. I don't know why I don't have battle music. I'm very sad.
The one in the right corner. And 24. Added 8 magical silver slashing.
8 magical silver slashing to the one in the right corner. Alright, it's still standing.
I'll attack it again. 26.
That'll hit.
And 9 points of non-magical silver slashing.
Okay, it's dead.
And that's it.
Okay. Their turn again. The last two. I got a 20, which you said misses.
Yeah.
And a 7, which definitely misses.
Okay. I'll hit the one below me.
Okay.
14 to hit.
14 will hit.
For 8 points.
Alrighty. Still standing.
Again. For an 11
An 11?
to hit.
Ooh, that'll miss.
Okay.
Alright, their turn. Nope, that'll miss. That will also miss. Your turn.
Alright. 18 to hit the bottom.
Alright, that'll hit.
For 10 points.
Alright, he's dead.
And then the last one. 14 again to hit. And
That'll hit.
12 points of damage.
Alright. They all disappear. It's
And then
raining.
Raiken will leave.
It's raining magic sparkles around you. Raiken leaves.
And I got a 24 on my con save.
Alright, you feel fine as you walk triumphantly in the glory of Cord through the door.
And step on a square of vomit.
I don't think anybody threw up this time. You did?
Didn't I?
Did you? You did. Square of vomit is actually here. Blech. I imagine you're like in this corner and everybody else is over here trying to stay away from you.
Yeah. I'm trying to stay away from you too.
So, you know, like a full 30 to 40 seconds went by of you guys trying to like figure things out and notice that Raiken isn't there before he comes through the door. There's still a couple of errant sparkles clinging to him.
You still messed with the sword, didn't you?
And I just have my head up against the cool stone.
Raiken's just gonna move on to through the next door.
Just steps lightly around the vomit, past the stanky Laramendas, and out the next door.
I follow.
Roll con.
Jeblo shrugs and follows too.
Alright, whole party's
13.
Alrighty. Whole party follows. So that puts you back in the wine cellar. You know that there's just one door out of here.
18 is much better.
Okay.
I got 11 on mine.
So there's that room. There. Alright, it sounds like everybody did okay on their con saves, yes? Nobody
I got a 25.
25.
I got 20.
Okay.
Jebel got an 11, which is possibly
Jebel got an 11?
Yeah.
I thought he said
Yeah.
18.
Jebel's 11. I
No.
got 18.
He said 11. Raiken got a 13.
Oh. Jebel and Raiken don't feel so good going through this door. Go up that square. The room seems otherwise unchanged. It's still an unlit wine cellar that becomes illuminated as you bring ash into the room. Which then becomes loud with the boisterous horking of your sick compatriots. Are you going to continue through the final door?
I do not want to stand there. I want to stand further away from Laramendes. Yeah, I'm gonna keep a distance between Laramendes at all time. Whenever he walks, I'm going to stay away.
He's still whining that he can't make the stench go away. Bad news for you. I rolled the maximum on the time it lasts as well.
Yeah, okay. On a scale of like hours, days, centuries.
Oh, you can see that Raiken is also wincing in pain frequently. As he marches through the rooms. Raiken, I'll need you to take, over time, an additional 8 points of acid damage.
Are you alright?
I'm fine.
Are you sure? You don't look it.
Yep.
Don't lie to me.
Just leave me be.
Alright. We're gonna keep a wary eye on him.
Okay. You can still see that every few seconds he kind of winces and clutches at, you know, a part of his armor on his chest.
Well, I don't have any healing abilities.
Alright, so, out this final door.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go.
Also, when I went to the kitchen to get myself a yogurt, I noticed outside the window that there is a red crescent moon now.
Oh.
Cool. I never noticed like crescent moon being red before.
Well, you find yourself under the light of a blue full moon here, again in the shadow of the great maw of a purple worm breaching the sand.
Still don't like this thing.
I got a 15 on my going through the door from the wine cellar.
You still throw up.
I got a 9.
You throw up again.
I got a 20.
Alright, you're okay.
I got an 18.
You're okay.
I got an 18.
You're okay.
I got a 16.
You're okay.
There's no disadvantage on this, right? It's only
No,
disadvantage on
no.
dex.
It always
Yeah.
gives you disadvantage on the next dexterity save.
Does it
Gotcha.
stack?
No.
Okay. I don't mean double disadvantage. I mean like two, the next two saves.
Elven inaccuracy. Yukikaze? Yukikaze.
I was eating chips to help if I was unmuted, right?
It would help. So, what did you get for your con save?
15.
Okay. You throw up.
Great. Lovely.
Bleh. There's just the weirdest looking just pool of throw up just floating mere inches above the sand here rather than like seeping in.
Well, that's gross.
We got a 16 for the next one, assuming we're going down. I need to go and grab my laundry.
Okay. And then you know you're back out here. And you're good. So, what way will you go now? You have once again... Oh, right.
Well, we either check the door at the end of the hall, or we try the main way, which I don't like.
I was stupid. I did it wrong. Not related to you. I did something else wrong that I should have done differently. I forgot to do a thing I was supposed to do. You can discuss it with each other in character. I just need to I need to do some quick math over here.
So, do we want to keep trying the other doors in this hall? I would expect that there's more ways into the purple behind some of them, since we haven't checked all the doors in this particular hallway.
I got turned around in this place already, so I'm leaving it up to you guys.
Yeah, there were more doors down after we exited this door, right? That we hadn't gone through.
I believe so. Are you going to go out into the hallway? I can move the map to there if you are.
Well, I'm certainly trying to keep trucking if people are willing, because I would like to be able to keep my invisibility for as long as possible, but I don't think it's going to last.
I don't know how long it lasts.
I think it's 10 minutes. Let me double check.
You do feel some of your wounds fall away like stickers peeling off. Cyrus. Raiken as well.
Well, that's interesting. So only some of the damage the mimic did was illusionary. Expecting oh no.
Yeah, I think that's everything. It was just Cyrus and Raiken who felt any relief. Raiken, you do feel the sting of the poison still. It's a distracting, pinching, stabbing pain. The acid, rather.
Okay. I mean, is there... I guess I have to refresh.
What was your question? It was a little muffled.
I have to refresh.
Yeah. Cyrus and Raiken need to refresh their pages. Alright, so I'm gonna move down into the hallway. I asked that, I know, but I don't think I listened to the answer.
I mean, it's
Let's move
my
down.
plan to move down, so long as I'm not the only one moving.
Down that hallway.
Alright. So, you're back outside this door again. You're in this hallway. You can see to the end all these doors. You can see the crossroads here. And you recall that is where you fought some mummies just before heading down this path. So, where would you like to go next?
Well, if we don't want to take the main door, our best option would be to move down this hallway and take the next door to the north.
I agree with Cyrus. Let's do that.
Who's leading the way?
Oh, the invisible man.
I'm not invisible anymore. It only lasts a minute, which is would have passed by now.
Oh.
Okay. You move down the hallway to this door. It appears to be a normal door. There is Gnomish writing on a piece of signage next to it.
Jebel, if you would.
Okay.
There's Gnomish signage next to the door. Are you going to read it to the party?
I will read it aloud.
You read it aloud. It says...
I read it in Gnomish.
You read it in Gnomish. I
Not very helpful.
I don't know how Gnomish sounds. So he says some gibberish in Gnomish.
What does that mean?
It means
It means... Mechanical experimentation ahead. Handle with care.
let's
Fun.
not go through this door.
Is that what you say as opposed to what it actually means?
No, I probably read it out just and then realize what I've read. Let's go a different way.
There's already opening the door.
Vendar's already opening the door. Boop!
Nice.
I mean, are you going... You could physically try to stop Vendar if you wanted, if you were very much not wanting to go this way, Jebel.
No. I think he's resigned.
Okay. If that is how you want it. That is room... this one. Yeah, that'll do. So, following Vendar, you all walk into this room. It has a torch in the northwest corner and the southeast corner, illuminating the room. It seems to be a very long, narrow room with few comforts, except that, oddly, it has some, like, benches along the walls. Like so. Yeah. Like so. And then there is another door. There is plush carpeting in here. It feels like an area where perhaps guests are made to wait or to conduct light conversation. Perhaps a small meeting room. The benches seem comfortable. They are cushioned.
There are any platters that look
Based
like
on
they
what
have
the
tiny
door
cakes
said,
in them?
I'm not gonna. I would suggest people
Are there any
don't sit
platters that
down.
look like they could have tiny cakes in them?
What'd you say, Cyrus?
I said, based on what the door said, I would suggest people don't consider sitting down.
And then there is a sign over the next door, again in Gnomish.
Gonna push that door open.
Okay. Doesn't even wait to hear what it is.
What did the first door say? Since I was gone.
Mechanical experimentation ahead, handle with care.
Okay.
I'm going to read that sign to myself
You
before.
read that sign to yourself. Alright, I will send it to you.
I ask Ash what it says.
Poppin'.
No, I missed my read everything spell. That's a good one.
What'd you say there, Leah?
No, it's in character, but yeah. As I said, I missed my cantrip, the read everything cantrip.
Oh, yes. It was an invocation, right? Eyes of the devil, or what
Yeah,
was it?
invocation. I said cantrip, so
Okay,
invocation.
yeah. Just making sure I know what we're talking about. We're all on the same page.
Devil's Sight is the 120-foot magical
Yeah.
vision.
No, eyes of the
No,
Rook
not
is
Devil's
what
Sight.
Leah
Devil,
had.
yeah.
Devil's Sight
Sight
was
is...
lets you see through
I
darkness.
sent you the message.
Okay.
Yeah, Devil's Sight is seeing in the darkness. I didn't have that one.
Ooh.
So, you have the message. Vendar goes inside.
I would be careful.
You say to his back as he goes inside.
I'm not trying to stop him. I am very clearly not trying to stop him.
Okay.
Well, telepath, right? What's it say?
Magical and mechanical fusion ahead. Enter at your own peril.
Hey,
I am most curious.
sounds awesome. Even
Sounds
faster.
dangerous.
If we could find some way to replicate the technique, though, just imagine.
Oh no.
I don't have my book. The smoke just like folds in on itself a little bit.
Okay. You walk into this next room, Vendar. Alone. This room is lit by torches. Not there, apparently. Because that's a door. There. And what you can see in the torchlight is that there is a brass pedestal with lots of squiggly runes, and you can kind of see that small portions of it are glowing or pulsing with some kind of luminous energy. And then this area over here, the brownish area in the room, is 2 rows of humanoid statues. But unlike the other statues that you've seen around here, which appear to be entirely stone or armor stands holding this coppery armor, and the statues which were stone appearing to depict, in the most recent case, Lord Kuvara, but in previous cases, Gnomish figures. These appear to be lean, tall figures, about the height of a human, or perhaps taller, the height of a dragonborn. They're all taller than you. Some are broader than you, some narrower. A bunch of different shapes and sizes. They all seem to have sort of almost like an armor plating, like as rather than cut from stone entirely, they have plates of metal that make up their human-like physique. So, you know, their pectoral muscles are sculpted of metal and wood, and shoulders have stone and metal, and their heads are, you know, plates of metal. And you can see that while they are all completely stock still, they all have these cut gemstones in their eyes.
Huh. There was Gnomish writing somewhere in this room?
There was some kind of, possibly Gnomish writing. It looks like arcane, draconic writing.
Oh, I've been learning Draconic. Can I read it? Can I roll to try to read it?
You may roll to try to read it. How many lessons have you had? How many lessons have you had?
3.
I've had 3.
You've had 3. Alright, so let's see here. Where is language lessons?
Yes, 3 lessons.
Right. So it's not quite enough lessons to really decipher any of this. You can tell by the way parts of it are glowing. It's something magical, and you know from your earlier experience that it's not dissimilar to the things described as arcane grenades, or elemental grenades earlier. Like, the markings on it are similar to that, and they glow in a similar fashion.
Ooh, there's some cool things in here, but I can't read it.
It's just, the writing, the meaning of the writing itself is just a bit beyond anything you've learned yet. You need at least 5 lessons to really try to decipher something like this.
I suppose I'll go through at this point. Express enough curiosity.
Alright, Laramundus is going into the next room. Is the party going to go with him, or are people remaining back?
I'll come with.
Okay. You can see Vendar. You can see the scene I described to Vendar. He is standing over at this lightly, sparsely glowing pedestal. something made out of the same material as the arcana mechanical items you found earlier.
I will go over to investigate.
All right. You may roll Arcana.
I have disadvantage.
Okay.
Disadvantage, though.
May I roll as well?
Don't stand within 5 feet of me when you do.
I mean, in order to investigate it, you'll have to go over to it.
It's a
Alright.
25.
Don't see why not.
Even with
I
advantage.
got a with disadvantage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a
with
16 and a 19.
Damn. Okay. You head over and begin investigating it as well. You may roll Arcana at disadvantage.
Well, the first roll was good. Second one, not so good. 16.
16 total.
I would
Okay.
have had 20.
If it's anything like the items you found earlier, doing anything with it, like pushing any buttons on it, could have a similar result, like exploding elements. There's something more to this than simply that, but you're not sure what. The magic is just slightly out of your grasp.
Alright.
I'm describing that to him.
Okay.
You realize something different. That whatever this room is supposed to be, you know that the arcane runes on the device seem to indicate the concept of putting something into something, literally trying to give life to the lifeless.
Please don't push that.
You think it has something to do with those? I'll point over to the robots.
I do indeed think it has something to do with those. I believe that at least there was experimentation on the animation of those in some form or another.
You think we could use them?
I do not think that we should try that. Not while we are still attempting to deal with the Lich. However much I would like.
If we survive the Lich move, we can come back here then.
Yes.
There is a door near the robots that you did not enter through, or you can go back through the door through which you entered.
Linda's gonna go check out that door. Up at the top.
Why should I be surprised? I'm not surprised. Nothing surprises me. I'm just updating my map of where you've been. Alright. Again, it's in
I mutter telepathically, maybe it would be safe if we just commanded them in Gnomish. Hoping that Gemma will hear and comment.
mutter telepathically.
Yeah.
What was the comment?
Maybe it would be okay if we're able to command them in Gnomish.
What are you doing?
I didn't press anything.
Yet.
There is a device which I believe will animate these large statues, but I am unsure if it would be safe. And so,
It's probably not safe.
But for science.
You pass through the door, Vendar, and find yourself in an unlit hallway. But from the light coming in behind you, which illuminates this area, You can see that you are hemmed in on either side by more of these inanimate statues that look like they could animate with their gemstone eyes.
A lot of them. Like a shitload. See you down the rest of the hallway because it's dark.
Right, because you're human and you don't have dark vision.
There's more? I head in that direction.
What's a shitload?
Shit, what room are we in? Oh, that room.
There is a load of shit. A whole load of it.
Ew. I don't want to go in there.
Ew. And with you comes, of course, Ash, so now this whole area is basically eliminated with, you know, bright and dim light. But yeah, you can see that this is a row on either side, looking much like the two rows in that room of these inactive automatons.
Are the gems the same in each of the eyes for all of them?
They appear to be very similarly cut. They're not all the same stone type.
Are there statues that are heterochromic, or are they like...
Here and there, yes.
Okay. Interesting. I wonder if there's a reason for the different gems. I stop and start, like, investigating one of them.
Okay. You do notice that while they are very similarly faceted, there are subtle differences in how they're faceted, and your knowledge of the arcane and just general scientific thought process would lead you to believe that this is likely just a facet of their experimentation to see if that would change the results.
Now we just need to find their notes.
Gotta be around here somewhere.
I telepath at Jebel. Did the rock gnomes tend to write lots of things down, or just see what happened?
Oh, I don't know.
Also, I don't want to know.
I imagine if anything was written down, then it would have been hidden away by the Lich.
Haven't we seen a lot of writing so far? I mean, there were signs on all of the tools in the armory.
See the door at the end of the hall now, right?
Yes, because of Ash's light, you can.
Okay, I'll go, ooh, another one. I'll go towards it.
Wee.
Is everyone else
I'm gonna
still...
try and keep pace.
But everyone else is just in the waiting room?
They are. They are indeed
Waiting around.
waiting in the waiting room. Wait for me, guys.
Rockets up and then realizes that he has to run lines before he can.
You push open the door and light begins spilling in from that side. This room. Which is like so.
We can no longer see the room numbers, so we don't know when we hit the room where Laramentus is gonna die.
It's almost
Is
like I
there
did that on
maybe
purpose.
39 on any of these doors? It's just like, that's odd.
I don't know. Maybe.
It's 38, right?
No, it's 39.
39, okay. So close.
Alright, update my path. Vendor, you come out into this room, which is illuminated by torches in the four corners. Boop. And you can see that it is a gently bubbling fountain that looks deep enough to sit in.
Now Now, if you have any vinegar, you can try to cleanse Laramendas.
Quick, we need a
Let's do water.
conjuration wizard.
If only we had the what is it, the tub of the one that makes mayonnaise or water or wine or with like oil. Does all the stuff.
The decanter.
The alchemist's alchemist's jug.
Right. In any event, so, gently bubbling fountain, Vendar. The room
Okay.
smells clean. It doesn't smell mildewy or rotten.
Just a fountain with nothing in it.
There's, imagery carved into the stone and statuary here depicting what looks to be perhaps a Gnomish festival around the room and around the edge of the fountain. You can see numerous streamers and musical instruments being depicted in the stone.
Hedonism. Water seem unique in any way, or does it seem like normal water?
Roll nature.
So
Oh,
the
that's
murals
a
on the
fine.
wall.
That's a whole 5.
A whole 5. That seems like normal clean water.
What I'm talking about.
You catch up with him, and eventually Cyrus catches up with you. You see that there is a bath. And you feel the urge to throw yourself into it. As you enter the room, everybody kind of Vendar, who is looking at this confused, suddenly goes, "Oh!" and covers his face. You feel sick as Laramendas enters the room behind you.
You gotta get rid of that, man.
Yeah. I'm gazing longingly at the pool of water, but it was next to the Archetto, whatever,
See,
everything.
think you can use this?
What would I roll to determine if it appears safe?
Nature.
That's not good.
It's no good.
Well, both of my dice were the same. So there's that.
Big thumbs up, man.
It's int, right? Yeah. I got a 8.
You got an 8.
Yeah.
I mean,
I got an 8.
it doesn't smell, other than the stench you
I can't
have
smell
brought.
anything other than me.
It looks clean. You are incapable of telling if it's befouled because you have befouled this whole area and everywhere you go with your very presence.
Going to put my stuff down,
Okay. Including the,
including the book.
Okay.
Going to put my hand in the water.
Okay.
Does anything happen other than my hand being in the water?
The power of grace compels. No, it seems fine.
Okay. Well, let's find out. I don't just like a cannonball.
Laramendas puts his hand in surreptitiously, and after a moment nothing has happened, he steps down into the pool and begins scooping water over himself. Are you going to wait for 1 hour while he does this?
I'm gonna go to the next door that's down there and see what's through it.
Okay.
Vendor, could you like slow down for
Nope.
a minute? Maybe?
Says the guy who
Yeah.
literally can't stop moving. He kicks the door open in his excitement and dashes out
How
into the
far are we
hallway.
gonna let these guys go before we all tail behind them?
Apparently
Oh.
the whole way. We're like 4 rooms ahead of you people, so you didn't move.
I'm right about where this comes out, then.
Oh, okay. Why, hello there.
Hello, friend.
You're not there. You
And then
guys
we
are all in the
enter back
waiting
in.
room.
Back into the waiting room from those doors.
I think so. Hold on, let me double check, because I'm pretty sure they all went in there. 25. Boof. Yeah, they're all up there. But, you guys pop out here and immediately recognize the hallway. This door is even still ajar with light pouring out of it. Or with a light, obviously, on the other side of it.
Can me back up with the party inside the.
Are you gonna go over to the waiting room again? Or are you going back up into the pool area?
At this point, the telepathy cuts off
Yeah.
very suddenly.
You can no longer hear the thoughts of your friends.
Then we should go find Laramundus. Because either we ran
He's
out of
taking a
time,
bath.
or he dead.
He's still
He's
bathing.
taking a bath over there, so.
You just see this column of smoke in the middle of this pool of water and hear the splashing and see ripples coming out. And the water, which was this pure blue, is now tinged slightly yellow.
And here, I think it's working.
Leave him to that until he's done.
Okay.
Does anyone else actually do anything as soon as the telepathy cuts off? Because it's assuming that you guys were like talking to each other. It's probably fairly obvious.
You're also noticing that the this room is starting to fill with smoke.
Yeah.
Not you. I mean, maybe you. Then when they come in, they're going to notice that it's a small room, so it's really starting to visibly pool at the ceiling. There we go. So, these guys are all just sort of standing around here, wondering what the hell's up while you guys have been gone for like the last 2 minutes. Well, yeah, about that.
Lerman is taking a bath.
What?
Good.
Why the heck is he taking a bath?
Because he
Did you
reads.
Smell
smell
him.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Who are you, John Rising?
That's unfortunate. What, he's taking a bath didn't even work? That stuff was horrible smelling.
Heckling over there, so seems to be working.
Mate, did I see Vendor come in the door to the south?
I mean, if that's where Vendar came in, then yeah.
That's where I came from.
Okay.
I left through one door and then came in through a different door.
So,
Turns out it just loops around.
okay. So there's no point going through the other door down there then.
That's where Lerman is.
Alright.
That's where the bath is.
I guess this just leaves one door left at this point.
Yep,
I don't know why. That I really.
It's where it's gotta be, right? Can't be hiding anywhere else.
So what will you do?
Right now, we're gonna take a short rest while Armendus cleans himself.
Okay. You all make yourselves comfortable on the cushiony couches here for an hour. If anybody wants to spend any hit dice, they may. If you want to have a lesson, you may.
Anybody want to teach me Draconic? Hey, Jevil, you want to teach me Gnomish?
I
want
need
to.
to rest and use all of my hit dice.
Vendar, you know a lot about potions.
Potions and poisons.
Could you teach me?
Learn to make poisons?
Yeah. I have looked a lot into what Paulina had left me, and it's interesting. I think maybe she would have wanted me to take on the mantle.
Alright, yeah, I can help you with it.
Cool.
So you're going to start to teach her poison making.
Yep.
Okay. Leah, mark down that you have a 1 hour lesson of poison making from Vendar.
Is anyone else teaching you anything?
Question marks in my heart.
I would, but I'm distracted and no one wants to be near me. I will be curious what this room was actually for.
It's fine, don't worry about it.
Fouled it.
Again, Ash just does that mysterious shrugging that he seems to be capable of doing.
I'll find out when we can see the door on the other side. When you guys came back, did you tell me that that door leads into the hallway, like the main hallway, or did you just like come in, see me, and leave?
I
Just
mean,
came back in, saw you, and left. At least that's what Vendar did.
I would inform you that the other door leads back out into the hallway.
Okay. Now then. You have a short rest. You are destankified.
Yes.
Leah has a poison lesson from Vendar. Was anybody teaching anything?
Can I do that while still spinning a dice?
Can you do that while still what with what?
Spending hit dice. Do you gain the benefit of a short rest while teaching someone something?
Yes.
Then Vindar wanted to learn Draconic, so I'll teach him Draconic.
Vendar is engaged in teaching a lesson about poisons.
Yeah.
He
Right,
cannot
that
learn
would
while
be-
teaching. You can gain your health while teaching and gain your health while learning. You cannot teach while learning or learn while teaching.
What if he says something, he's like giving instruction on poison, and then you translate it into Draconic, and then you do things that way?
Yeah.
Just
Jabal would
confuse
like to learn
everyone.
something.
Yeah, just confuse everyone. We're not doing that.
You could teach Jebel something.
And what is it you'd like to learn?
Primordial or Draconic? Either
Well, then
or.
I'll teach Primordial since I'm the only one here that knows that.
Okay.
So, of the two remaining, the Dragonborn, is either of you interested in learning Primordial?
Nope.
No.
I'm rough.
Not primordial, no.
Okay. You guys are literally sitting over
Wait.
on this couch playing Jonken against each other.
Wait, did I have
You could
written
just
down if I
make
was?
like 60 rolls against each other.
Yeah. One per minute. And then
Each of
lose
you roll a d3 each time.
lose that many gold. Okay, a short rest
Includes
passes.
gold. Neither of you is gaining gold.
Yeah, no, if they lose equally, then they've gained nothing.
It's almost impressive.
Almost. It would be impressive if it wasn't so stupid. Boop. Save. Save. Okay. The hour passes, and that is room that. Laramendus, you are alone in the bathing chamber. You know that your friends went south and never came back.
They came back once.
They came back once, and then they went south again, and then they didn't come back.
It's true. Do I feel clean?
You do. I mean, it maybe not perfectly clean. I don't know. Do you carry soap with you at all?
I think so.
Okay.
I usually have characters that have soap.
I mean, so you were the sludge was primarily like stuck to your skin and clothing, so you would have been bathing in the clothing very likely, or at least brought it in with you. So would you soap all of it? Where's your soap?
Why don't I have soap?
You forgot the soap.
This might be the first character I've ever played that forgot soap.
How did you forget soap?
Because I have prestidigitation.
Probably.
Which functions like soap, only magic.
I think what you mean is like soap, but better.
That's what I said.
Yeah. So, are you gonna head south?
Yeah.
Okay. So you don't feel as awesomely clean, but you know that that floof goo is finally off of you. You head through the door to the south, and find yourself in this hallway. You recognize it, you head back up through this door.
Well, first I turned and see if there's a label on the door that I came from.
Right.
Is there one?
Yes.
What was it? I ask Ash what it says.
Ash tells you that in Gnomish it says parts cleaning.
Excellent. Parts were cleaned.
That's what would look at it.
Wow.
You come into this room and
Hoping
find
that everyone is still there.
that 4 of your compatriots are engaged in educational activities, and 2 of them are playing Jonken against each other. It's a
Thumb
draconic,
wrestling.
it's a draconic betting hand-shaped game.
Or at least with like standing guard or something.
At least they're not punching each other.
That's true. It could be worse.
Yeah, I mean,
So I come in and
Laramendus-
I'm just like,
To go an hour with that.
Also,
I can smell again.
So
short rests are now useless to me.
a smoke cloud enters the room. Also, you are aware that when you left that room, your smoke had very nearly filled it. It was becoming hard to breathe.
I should probably not stay in a space that enclosed for much longer than I was. How is everyone else?
I'm fine, but I do hope that we will find them quickly at this point.
There aren't many ways north that we have not already encountered.
As far as I'm aware,
I
there's
think there's
one
only
left.
the obvious one.
What? I didn't hear that last
For
bit.
one left.
So I think there's only the really obvious one.
Yep.
So, do you still like those spaghetti monster things?
The boom.
Well, Lara Mendes never particularly cared for them.
No, I was thinking about Sam.
Oh yeah, they're great.
I like that they explode.
I like that they only put a stank on the person in the party that
Was most on their
cheered.
side.
Yeah.
Look, they're so cute. Why did this happen?
Like a child's first encounter with a skunk.
Yeah.
I only wanted to love you.
Just imagine Malachi's voice in my head going, "Why did you shoot me?" Okay. So, party finishes its lessons and is resting, goes back out into the hallway.
I would like to recast Rary's.
Spends 10 minutes casting Rary's telepathic bond. It is growing late in the day after all of this resting.
Is it?
And the rest
I
more.
really can't tell.
What time does it? What time is it?
By my calculation, it is already 3 p.m.
That early?
You mean late?
I felt like we've been there for days.
I mean,
This is the-
we
the
have been
second
here for
full
more
day.
than a
Oh.
day.
The second full day.
You slept here once.
But you know what I mean.
You got here at noon the previous day. So you've now been here more than 24 hours.
Yeah, but I didn't say more than one day. I said more.
No,
said
I wasn't
days.
correcting you. I was relaying Sam the specifics. You're fine. So, you're out in the hallway. What door are you going to take?
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Do we want to go to the main door now, or do we want to try to get another long rest before? Feeling. Do we feel prepared to fight the Lich right now?
I honestly do not. I know a long rest was an option. I might not have spent all of my hit dice. I've got about half my spells left.
I have
When
all
was
my
the next
spells.
storm predicted? Kristen?
Thinking. I believe that you said that you safely had 4 days here.
Okay.
But after that, it was unpredictable because that's when the predictions ended.
Suppose
After that,
we
it's
could
the-
try
we need
to.
teleport away and leave all our shit.
Yeah, 4 days. Because
Okay.
it took you, because you had a week worth of them basically. It took you 3 days traveling to get there.
So we had 1 day in here.
Oh, okay.
Three.
Do that.
Oh, you had 10 days. That's how it worked out.
Damn.
Okay.
Day. We gotta be done
That
with
was
this.
the last short
So
rest.
we've spent
This one.
5 days. 3 getting here.
2 here.
Oh, 3 getting here. We got here at noon. So we've been like 4.5 days. Right?
Yeah.
So far. And we need 3 days at the end. Okay.
And
Can't
if we
P5
kill the
this
Lich,
shit.
the storm will end.
Where's Haru?
She's not available today.
If we can get an early start to things and finish things tomorrow, we could feasibly not go to encounter not go to find the Lich today. Do remember though, when we rested last, the Lich did just send a large assortment of creatures to recruit us. And
So I suppose
I'm
we still
unable
need
to
to ready
cast
for a fight.
Vagrant's Tiny Hut.
We could use the cube.
Bad film.
We could. We don't know if that has similar restrictions on creatures that can enter and leave. But it can't be dispelled, which is a benefit.
Indeed. There would still be some modicum of protection.
If we are not going to continue into the sphere of influence, then perhaps we should see if there are any other doors in the
See if we can
normal part
explore the rest
of
of
the
this. And
That
the
seems like an
vault.
idea.
good.
Leave no door unopened, no button unpressed.
Trap unsprung.
If that's what you want to do, where are you going to go?
Have we been through all the doors on the south side of this hallway? Don't think we have.
I'm not sure.
And
think we
one of
have
them,
this as
one of
well.
them was a hallway. One of them was a hallway that led up, and another one was a big room. Room that we found. What's his name in? Anthony.
No, because there's 3 doors in this hallway, if I recall.
Yes, the one
I wonder what the
farthest to the
third one
west
is.
is where we found our friend who
Been through
so kindly
that door
left
then,
us.
directly to the
the-
south of us.
The one east of that was the hallway that was the door was trapped. I do not advise we touch that one, and I do not have my unseen servant to open it in our place. And then there's the door here, which we could go through.
Well, I don't
Yeah.
think we've been through this one. It likely leads to that outer hallway that you didn't want to go through previously.
Shall
Let's
we
open that
find
one.
out? Is there anyone who would prefer to head into the sphere of influence and see what's what there today? Or do people prefer to explore out here and go in tomorrow?
I
Giving
say
the
explore
Lich
out here.
more time to prepare.
Am I allowed to vote, Scholar?
I don't see why not.
I vote we get this over with as quickly as possible. Risking another night or long rest out here means risking the return of those undead you've already faced. We don't know what magic binds them. We don't know for certain if it can raise them again.
I'm gonna
It's
agree
not
with
bad.
Ash.
It's not bad logic.
He has a
I
point.
do not
Also,
like
I'm very
having
sick of
more
this
time to
place.
prepare.
The sooner we're done here, the better.
And theoretically, if we can kill the Lich, then we could always explore the place after less
Ideally.
danger.
The Vendar is probably right about that.
If we don't succeed on killing the Lich, exploring these rooms would have been for naught anyway.
So, with the new information given by Vendar, Leah, Ash, and Lair, what is the group's decision?
I'm okay with pressing onward. That's my vote.
We've got a vote for pressing onward.
I
I'm
could
gonna
go
press
either
onward.
way. I have enough resources that I could put a bit of a fight, but I'm lacking enough that I could also go for a rest as well.
I'm good. I'm good to go. I don't need to rest at all, so it's good to go then.
I'm gonna call that 2 votes to continue on and destroy this lich.
My vote is to continue on.
That's
3
3 and 1
votes.
abstaining, so that's half.
Mine's also moving on.
That's 4. So I guess we're doing this.
Yeah, it seems sensible.
Alright. Raiken, I want to know your thoughts, despite there already being a majority.
Consensus is nicer than majority.
Raiken's just gonna shrug.
Don't you want the armor?
We don't even know if the armor is there.
Raiken was also quite hurt.
What are you losing hope?
Leah, can I get some arrows out of the bag of holding?
Yeah, sure.
I'll pull 12 arrows out of the bag.
Okay.
So now that we have decided on a course of action, I believe, I will say it's 10. It's a little after 10.
Mm-hmm. Very well. Vandar will pull 12 arrows from the bag of holding, assuming Aaliyah allows him to do so.
Yeah.
Okay. And I will completely fuck that up. As the group moves.
She's trying to get over the whole gunpowder situation.
Yeah.
Get it.
Boop. I'll put the party right up at the purple wall for next time.
Dum dum dum.
Dum 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 dum.
I don't know what you guys. This officially terrifies me.
Save. Let's see here.
Save's important.
There were 9 of those. Those are worth
Nothing.
not a lot.
What, 5? 5? 25?
25. Why is it so huge?
That's what she said.
That's never what she said.
That calculator is
It's gigantic. So, everybody takes 700 experience points.
Yay!
Wrong.
At first, I forgot to calculate in the puzzle that you avoided.
Because magic lockpicks.
Because magic lockpicks. No, that was funny. That was great. It's just like, I use my magic lockpicks. Okay, the door opens. I leave. Everybody else is like, alright, let's find out where to put this sword. Why do you need to mess with the sword?
I still like my idea.
No, it was
I think
fair.
It
could have
feels very much in line with an illusionist wizard trying to fuck with people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It just
and also,
wasn't,
you know,
but it was a good idea. Totally
also
should have gone Howl's
the
Wicked.
door you unlocked is the same door we came in through, right?
Yeah. I mean, as far as you know.
No, because we came through a mimic, so we didn't go out the same door.
The room was the mimic.
Well, true, but I mean that wall. So the puzzle could have been to open a different door we haven't seen, like behind the statue or something.
It's behind us and locked, and then they said that the goal of the game was freedom.
Yeah, exactly. But we didn't know that before they said it. This
Sure.
was an argument to just do the puzzle in the beginning.
I just think it was funny that they spoke to you.
Yeah, and then I spoke back, and then I didn't fight them, and they were assholes.
Yeah, you should have fired at him. And also, I killed something, and I got above a 10 on my...
If only you still had your
Great.
Why do you seem happy with that? Killing something. It was clearly sapient.
Look how cute it is.
Nice
Yeah.
It was
little-
also an illusion, so technically I didn't kill it.
Not necessarily.
Yeah, you can summon flumps. Well, magic sorcerers summon flumps all the time. Just never on
Good.
purpose.
Swims for lawful good beings.
Are they?
I mean,
Yes.
according to the DMG, they are. The players have no reason. The player characters don't know this.
No reason to know that, no.
Does this hurt my alignment now?
I don't know.
I mean, they told us we had to fight.
They did.
It's not my fault they can't handle a hit.
Well, they told me I didn't have to fight, so I didn't.
I wasted a 4th level spell slot and a 1st level spell slot.
I think that was my single favorite moment in the fight. It's like, I guess I'm coming in. No, you don't have to come in. You didn't get it wrong.
Okay, then I'll stay out here.
It is a good choice. What are you? We're flumps. What is that? Death.
Chicken.
So what does that do to? What does that mean to me?
Death. All right.
Not to him. He was outside.
I'm gonna end the stream. Thank you for watching.